Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about a very crucial topic about leading change and innovation, how school leaders manage change within educational settings, and strategies for fostering school improvement and encouraging innovation. But before that, let us first read our lesson objectives. So, at the end of this lesson, students will be able to explain Kurt Lowen's three-stage model of change and its application to managing in educational settings, apply Lowen's change theory to a school-based situation by identifying leadership strategies used by teachers and parents and schools leaders to manage change and improve schools, demonstrate openness to change and innovation by valuing collaboration, supportive school culture, and sustainable use of technology in schools improvement efforts. Now that we already know our lesson objective, let us go directly into our discussion. How school leaders manage change within educational setting. So first of all, change is constant in education. Schools must adapt to a new teaching strategies and technologies and learning trends. So effective change requires planning, leadership, and collaboration. So Kurt Lowen's three-stage model of change provides a framework to understand and manage school change. So Lowen's three-stage of change model of change is unfreeze, change or transition, and refreeze. First is unfreeze. Prepare an organization for coming by communicating why change is needed, ideally breaking down mindsets and behaviors that resist change. So for example, principal meets with teachers and parents to explain blended learning and why it benefits students. So the principal communicates the purpose of the change so everyone understands why blended learning is needed. By explaining the benefits of the principal reduces resistance and helps teachers and parents see the value of adopting new methods. So this meeting also motivates stakeholders to support and participate the upcoming changes. So second stage is change or transition. So during the actual change, organizations implement new behaviors, processes, and beliefs. So for example, teachers begin using blended learning, students engage in new activities, and adjustments are made as needed. So it is the stage where the actual change is happening. Teachers are actively applying new teaching methods and students are experiencing new ways of learning. So adjustments are made as needed and meaning teachers and school leaders monitor progress, solve problems, and refine strategies to make the change effective. The focus is on learning and practicing the system rather than just planning or talking about it. Next is refreeze. Once this change is done, an organization solidifies it to reinforce new behaviors and processes, rewarding new approaches and preventing a return to the old. So for example, blended learning becomes part of school policy, is monitored regularly, and teachers are recognized for successful implementation. At this stage, new practices are fully integrated into the school's daily routines and policies, making them permanent part of the school culture. Regular monitoring ensures that change continues to work effectively and any issues are addressed promptly. Recognizing teachers for successful implementation reinforces positive behavior and motivates everyone to maintain the change. So key takeaways. Lewin's three stages of change simplified. Unfreeze, get ready for change, understand why it's needed. Change, try the new way to learn, practice and adjust. And refreeze, make it stick to the new way as normal and reward success. So next is strategies for fostering school improvement and encouraging innovation. Effective school change requires specific strategies to guide teachers, students, and stakeholders through the process. So the following strategies drawn from Voltage Control 2024 are key. First is create a clear vision. Develop a clear and compelling vision that motivates stakeholders towards a common goal. For example, the principal presents a vision of a blended learning program showing how it will improve student engagement and performance, aligning it with the school's mission to provide innovative learning. So it helps teachers, students, and parents understand why the change is important. A clear vision motivates stakeholders to support the change and work toward a common goal. This is the first step in fostering improvement and encouraging innovation because people are more likely to follow and adopt changes what they see the purpose. So a clear vision guides everyone toward the same goal and make changes easier to accept and implement. So second stage is engage stakeholders early. Ensure inclusive participation of teachers, students, parents, and community members in planning and decision making. For example, teachers, students, and parents representatives collaborate to design a new school schedule that integrate online and face-to-face learning. So collaboration allows teachers, students, and parents to share ideas, give feedbacks, and solve the problems together. Engaging stakeholders early builds support that reduces resistance, making it easier to implement the change. It also helps ensure the new schedule fits the needs of students and teachers. So when people are involved from the start, they are more likely to support and make the change successful. So next is provide continuous training. Offer ongoing professional development so staff have the skills and confidence to adapt to new practices. For example, the school organizes workshops on using learning management systems and digital tools, plus mentoring for teachers who need extra guidance. So continuous training helps teacher gain the skills and confidence to use new tools and methods effectively. Workshops and mentoring provides hand-on support so teachers don't feel lost or overwhelmed. Training ensures that the change is implemented correctly and improves students' learning outcomes. It also reduces resistance because teachers are more willing to try new methods when they feel prepared. So next is communicate effectively. Use transparent and regular communication to explain the change, its benefits, and implementation steps. Encourage two-way communication by seeking feedback, answering questions, and addressing some concerns. For example, weekly newsletters, staff meeting, and Q&A sessions help clarify how blended learning will be implemented and allow teachers to voice concerns. So effective communication keeps everyone informed about what is happening and why. Regular updates and meetings allows teacher to ask questions, share concerns, and give feedback. So clear communication reduces confusion and misunderstanding, making the change smoother. It also builds trust and encourages collaboration as everyone feels included in the process. So transparent and regular communication ensures that stakeholders understand the change and stay engaged in its success. Monitor progress. So set clear benchmarks and indicators to track progress. Use feedback loops to gather input and adjust implementation. So for example, the principal observes classroom collects students and teachers' feedback and make adjustments to lesson plans and online activities as needed. Monitoring progress helps school leaders to see if change is working as planned. Collecting feedback from teachers and students identifies that what's working well and what's need to improve. Making adjustment ensure that change achieves its goal and students benefit from it. So regular monitoring also keeps everyone accountable, prevents problems from continuing unnoticed. And lastly is sustain change. Institutionalize change by embedding it into daily routines, policies, and school culture. Maintain change through a long-term commitment, continuous support, and periodic review. So for example, blended learning becomes part of the official curriculum with regular monitoring, support for teachers, and recognition for successful implementation. So sustaining change ensures that new practices becomes part of a permanent school culture. Regular support for teacher helps maintain the quality of implementation over time. Recognizing successful implementation motivates teachers and reinforces positive behavior. So this strategy is linked to the refreeze stage in the Lowen's change theory, where the change is fully embedded and normalized. So sustaining change makes improvements last and turns new practices into school standards way of doing things. So here's the big idea. Successful school improvement happens when leaders guide, support, and maintain change while involving everyone and making sure improvements last. Therefore, successful school change requires preparation, active implementation, and sustained support. By applying Lewin's theory, effective leadership strategies, school leaders can guide teachers, students, and stakeholders to embrace innovation, improve learning outcomes, and make positive changes last. So that's all for this afternoon. See you on the next discussion.